Hello, everybody. I'm just inviting people right now. So today we're going to play a game called Roll a Picasso. I should welcome you to Jeannie and Anne's art hour. However, Anne is feeling a little bit under the weather today, so it's just the Jeannie and Anne in memory. That sounds funny. I will not be able to see, well, I'll look up from time to time to see comments. But I do not have two devices today to see any comments. Give a shout out when you get on. So again, today is Roll a Picasso. We have the Roll a Picasso sheet, a six-sided die, watercolors, or you can use colored pencil. You can use any medium really for this. It just depends on how you want to color in your image. You can have a pencil if you want to sketch out what you've picked ahead of time, or you can just draw with a Sharpie. I'm gonna go ahead and start with a pencil. Nice and sharp. I have lots of different mediums here. I have watercolor, salt, I have oil pastels, I have wax colored sticks, otherwise known as crayons. Of course, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, my favorite. Hi, Jancy. I wanted to let you know that one of the snails laid eggs. So we're probably going to have lots of little baby snails, and we're wondering if anybody wanted some once they hatched, if you have a tank. Who else is on here? I see there's 3 viewers. Say hi. Of course, I have water, paint brushes, everything. We've done this art project before in class. We did it on a large scale, and we kind of incorporated Picasso style as well as Fauvism into the art piece and used certain colors. It turned out pretty nice. Last year we entered a few of the pieces into the fair, and I think if Sinclair is watching, he gave his art piece that was the roll of Picasso to his mother for Christmas. Okay, we're 5 minutes in. I would like to get started. It's a simple game, it's fun. You can find one of these printouts on Pinterest if you want to ever. They have all kinds of different artists. They have Rolla Matisse or Rolla Kandinsky, anything you can think of, they have it. So it's fun. You can do it with landscapes. It doesn't have to be with just the facial features. If you watch the video that I posted, you'll remember that one of the facts about Picasso's, the reason why he started painting the objects so strangely, if you feel like they're strange, is because he was looking at a sculpture and he thought, you know, when you create a sculpture, you can view it from all angles, but when you look at a painting, it's usually just one-dimensional. And so that is how he started piecing his artwork together, as though it was a sculpture and you were walking around it, and you have to find the clues as to what it is, really. So I think that is pretty interesting. Okay, do you have your dice and your roll of Picasso sheet? Okay, so I'm gonna roll the dice, and what you do, the first roll, it goes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh roll. And then there's 6 segments this way, and you go, first roll will be the shape of the face. So let's roll the dice, or the die, I should say. It's 3. So this is the shape that I choose. Now remember, you can play along with your own die and sheet of paper, or you can follow what I do. So this is the first shape. I'm going to try to emulate that shape. I'm going to fill the page just like so. Okay, for the next roll will be the first eye. And I don't think it matters which side you put it on or where you put it, because Picasso did not paint with symmetry. Woo, almost lost it. Number 5, this type of an eye. Can you see it? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this eye over here. Now I'm going to add it kind of big to go over. And you don't have to fill in with black. Remember, you just, follow guidelines in your art. You got to make it your own. Big, giant lashes. I think I'm going to add some width, maybe some shapes. There you go. There's my eye that I've chosen to do. All right. Third roll is the second eye. Again, kind of the same. And feel free, if you're not liking it, you can easily pick what you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and follow the rule, the game. I'm gonna put this eye over here. And again, this one has lashes. There we go. There's my second eye. All right. Fourth roll will be the nose. Number 6. This little tiny thing, but you know what? I'm going to choose to make it big. I'm going to bring it up and come up like this. And make there you go. How is that looking so far? Okay, for the 5th roll, am I going too fast? Just tell me to slow down if you think I'm going too fast. Okay, 5th roll is the lips. 1. You could put this in any direction that you want. I'm going to go down, up, and around. Okay, the 6th roll is the ear. Ear. Number 3. Ooh, a big, huge ear. Put that. Place that over here. And the 7th roll is the 2nd ear. The last time we played this, it had a hat choice. Number 2, little tiny ear. I'm gonna place this way over here and just kind of use that, my artist license, as the line. So Picasso often put hair or a hat on, and some of you may remember the last Picasso had a hat. But I'm going to choose, I'm just gonna, let's see, use my artist license, and I'm gonna roll the dice and then pick whatever number in that, whatever the roll looks the best like a hat. Number 5. I'll choose this one because it looks like it has hair. So I'm gonna go like this and like up. There, kind of looks like a hat. Fun. Feel free to add any shapes that you want in the background. You can do that with the oil pastels or the wax crayons. And once you paint over it, you do it with markers, anything you like. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the lines that I've created with the black marker. And I remember to always use your artist license to make it your own. You can use some of the design techniques we've used in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and add some lines into that eye. Outline the face. Add some more lines to cover in right there. Let's do this eye. Add some lines going in too. Okay, now the nose. Now with the nose, I'm going to bring it up all the way to the top, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to bring it all the way down. Because this is the dividing factor of the face. Here's the little hat. There we are. It's a pretty Picasso-esque painting. I'm gonna add a shoulder right here. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with the black lines of the painting, or what will be the painting. I am going to use the oil pastel, and I'm going to give it like maybe a highlight right here, maybe on the lip, on the face, cheek, maybe up here, the ear, shoulder, above the eye. So I've added some oil pastel, light peach, as a highlight. I'm going to use the yellow and just add in shapes on the outside, designs. There. Just basic shapes I've added in the background. Let's see, maybe a little light blue for this hat. Ooh, blue, maybe blue or green for the eyes. Remember, you're gonna use, you don't want to, if you paint the eye, you don't want to use blue if you paint the eye blue. So maybe use a light green. Go ahead and use that. That. All right. Now I'm ready to paint. I'm not gonna do what I usually do. I get the whole paper wet. I don't want to work that wet today. So I'm not gonna use this big giant brush. I might use this brush. It has an edge to it, and that way you can get into, you can use the tip if you want. It gives you a fatter end. If you want to be more detailed, you can use the longer brushes, they cover more area. These skinnier brushes are good for lines. Let's see, I'm going to use this brush today. And I'm going to remember the dividing line. You don't want to paint whatever is on one side the same color as the other side. I'm going to start with the eye because I used blue, and I'm going to add some green. Add a little yellow to this one. purple over here. Let's add a little purple in the background on this side. Remember, if you've been in my class before, you'll remember an artist by the name of Bob Blast, and he always says paint loose. You don't have to be perfect when you paint. Some of the best paintings are messy paintings. Be loose. That's not to say that people who are able to paint perfectly, their artwork is very interesting. And believe me, I can do that too. But there's just something about watercolor that I just love. The way the water moves the paint. So I added some purple over here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of green into the purple. Maybe some, where is it? I can make a pink. I'm gonna make pink over here. Like a pink color. If you don't like what's happening and you want the paint to spread better, you can spray it with water. All right. Now this other side, I'm going to go ahead, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit, and I'm going to use brown, an earth tone on this side. I'll use brown and yellow. Maybe a little orange. So when you make the background darker, closer to the object, it makes the object look like it's close. There's some dimension. Even though this is a very one-dimensional art piece, it gives the illusion, the appearance that it is closer. So I'm going to add some yellow over here. Some orange, light orange up in here, darken it up. Again, I'll spray some with my water bottle to make the colors spread a little bit better. I'm going to spread this around a little bit more. Add a little blue to this side. All right. Let's see. I know I said I wasn't going to use this one, but I can't help myself. I want it darker on this side. All right. So now for the face. Remember, you do not need to paint the image traditional body colors. Be creative. I have orange and red, or not red, but orange and yellow and brown over here. So on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little orange down here, up, go ahead and add some yellow in here. Remember, the water is your friend in this project. Ooh, maybe a little like this light green. Oh no, I know what green. I like this green right here. It's like a teal color up here. I'm going to leave the eye white. Okay, now the other side, I am going to use red. Let's see, red right around here. Use some blue. And I'm gonna bring some balance and pull in the little green over here. Pretty colorful. I think I did that a little too dark, so I'm going to use the cotton swab and pull up some of the paint. Okay, and now you just let it dry. I'm going to keep this ear white on this side. It's always good to have the contrast of the white paper. Oftentimes when you don't really want to leave the white paper, a painter usually always paints white in place of white, because the white is, you know, it's not just going to show the grain of paper, it'll have a painterly look to it. But because this is watercolor, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. A little too much blue over here. If you feel like it's too wet in places, take a cotton swab or a tissue. Adds a good effect too. And there you have it. There is one piece of roll of Picasso. It's a fun little game to play. It's pretty quick, so if you just need, it's a good thinking game, I think. You know, sometimes if you want to do artwork but you just don't know what you want to do, you know, this is a good game to play. You don't even have to use Picasso or Henri Matisse or Van Gogh. You don't have to have that. You can create your own grid. Maybe add in your own shapes. You know, maybe it's just a roller shape, which would be like a roller Kandinsky, and then you draw that on the page. So it's a good way to ignite your thoughts in your creativity. So I highly suggest it. Sometimes I do this with even poetry. I will go through a book, or I'll like pick a number and then count the amount, kind of like MASH, if you've ever played MASH. Just count the numbers, and when I get to that word, I'll circle it. I'll keep going until I have a nice list of words. And then what I will do is I'll sit with that list of words and try to put those words into a poem. So it's just kind of like a mind booster of thought and creativity. I know that this was a short art lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts are. If you'd like to do more like this in the next semester. Thank you.